as you may have noticed, this is a different area to usual. I'm in the New Forest. I moved to Southampton, which means I'm about 15-20 minutes away from this gorgeous scenery, this gorgeous part of the UK. We've still got the same terrible British weather. Well, actually, as I say that, the sky is blue, but the ground is wet, and it will stay wet for the rest of the day. It's not going to dry up, so unfortunately that's going to limit us riding wise, but it's a gorgeous part of the country, so I thought I'd come for a little explore and just see what the roads are like, what the area is like. So far so good, man. I've just come off the motorway, but the New Forest, it's such a beautiful part of the UK. But I've never been that often, but now the fact that I live what is 20 minutes away, which would normally be my trip into town where I used to live, I can now access this beautiful part of the country with just 10-15 minutes on the motorway, and it is brilliant. I'm very happy about this, which means better content for you guys, hopefully anyway. I never come to the New Forest in the winter, so this is really odd for me. It's a summer thing because it's so far away. There's no point coming when the weather's terrible. But it's weird, you don't get used to the horses and stuff. They're just sitting there by the side of the road. I'm not going to be out for too long today, as I'm seeing my brother later on, and I don't want to be late and miss him. But that should be a good hour, maybe 2-hour ride about. Mess around with my new little gadget or toy, I suppose. So this gadget or toy, I should probably fill you in on what it is. A lot of people are going to say I brought the wrong one. I agree in some terms and disagree in others. I bought a GoPro Karma drone, and yes, it is not the best drone out there, but I bought it simply for the fact that I already had a GoPro. Be able to swap between my helmet and the drone and take some amazing aerial shots and have the variety of camera modes, photography modes, just to get those perfect shots. Yeah, and on top of those gorgeous camera modes, I get the Karma Grip, which is a gimbal for the GoPro, so you hold it and it'll keep the camera relatively straight and smooth whilst you're recording, which is, in my mind, is absolutely brilliant. Because that way it allows for smoother footage, and I will end up getting more use out of my GoPro instead of having to use my main camera, which is becoming out of date now. The other advantage with the Karma is, to the simple fact is, I'm a bit of a GoPro fanboy, and another fact is that it dropped ridiculously in price recently, obviously with GoPro announcing they're going to close down their drone business. See, why didn't I buy a DJI? That, obviously I've said the reasons why I bought the Karma drone. The DJI drones are the better drones, don't get me wrong. I could have bought a DJI Spark that my friend has, and it would have been superior, maybe not superior, but matching the same specs on drone time and things like that as the Karma drone. But with the DJIs, I just didn't get that gimbal, even though they are better at the drones and they're probably better stability and all that. I just wanted that gimbal at the end of the day. That was what I wanted out of it. I wanted a £250, £300 gimbal, I can't remember the exact price, and a drone, and I got the two together for around £630 it was. Yeah, so I'm about to pull over. This is one of the areas I used to skate in all the time. Thanks, and I thought it would be a good area to fly the drone about, have a bit of fun, and just enjoy it, enjoy the day. So the GoPro Karma itself actually comes with a really ginormous backpack, and at first I was like, oh, this is brilliant, I'll take it out on the bike, but then I realised there's nothing else will fit in that bag whilst that drone, when I'm using the drone backpack. It is just ridiculous. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and switch over to the other camera once I've set the drone up. Okay, so as you can see, I've just set the drone up. I've switched over to my Sony camera. We're going to take this for a little fly. I'll end up switching over to that footage in a second, but it should be quite good. We'll go up and down, try out a couple of modes, and then try and get some good pictures with the bike. Okay, so yeah, we had a little play with the drone, got out the camera grip, messed around with that, all the footage you will have just seen, and yeah, it was quite good. It's a bit cold today, so I'm going to head through Lyndhurst and then straight back home, I think. Make sure I haven't left anything. Nope. Okay, we're good to go. Yeah, so that was good fun. One thing I have realised is I'm pretty certain I need to get another battery. The issue is that flight time just was not long enough, and I'm really looking for just that little bit extra. If I'd had that first battery to play around with and do you know what I mean, do exactly what I did then, and then the second battery to get the better shots. I did get 2, maybe 3 good shots with the drone. There was points when I was flying it that I got rather disorientated, because obviously if it's flying towards you and you look at it, you go, okay, I'll turn it to the left, which you push left, which obviously turns the drone to the right due to the fact it's facing you instead of facing away from you. And obviously that comes from practice, and as long as I take it careful, which I do really want to do. So yeah, we're currently heading towards Lyndhurst. This is a place I used to go a lot as a kid, and I thought it'd be nice to go and have a look at it. There's actually a sweet shop in Lyndhurst, which is, in my opinion, one of the best sweet shops ever. It's one of those whole complete pick and mix stores, all the jars and everything, and I absolutely love it. I think the whole concept when I was a kid was the greatest thing in the world. There's always traffic here, always. This is light traffic for Lyndhurst. There is always traffic coming through here. It's just a lovely little town to go through. This is always like a holiday area for me, and it's so weird to think that I can just hop on the bike now and be down here in 10-15 minutes. The sweet shop is where's the sweet shop? Out there. It's amazing. I love it. We can dream, right? I don't know how long ago now. It was a few years at least. There was a Cobra, Shelby Cobra in there, and it is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. That is like unrealistic dream car for me, for sure. So yeah, that was quite nice, bit of nostalgia for me. At some point I'm going to have a look around Southampton area to find, or just on the outskirts, to find some sort of wheelie spot, looking towards just some sort of a nice set of roads, just have a little explore. I'll probably end up making a video on that for next week. I still can't believe it took me 3 attempts to do that drone shot, when all I wanted to do was fly over my bike and ascend through the trees. But I kept forgetting to press record. I did that twice. I changed the record settings the first time, and I was like, okay, I've done that now. So now when I go, it'll film fine. And I took off and flew along. I clicked on to the fact I hadn't pressed the stupid record button. I've done that before riding, just driven along, chatted to myself for an hour, and then realised I've recorded none of it. I'm really excited now until we're looking towards the summer, especially with that drone going down to the seafront. I know there's container shipyards in Southampton, and I was thinking I could fly it around there. I don't know what the rules are for that shipping area. I may just have to wing it, and if I get into trouble, just apologise. It's the easiest way of doing it. See, as we swing round, actually it'll be perfect as we go across this bridge. You should be able to see the containers I'm on about. To the right there, where those big old cranes are. That's where I'm interested in seeing if I can fly the drone across that water. Well, I'd just like to say thank you very much for watching Nick's Vids. I hope you're as excited as I am about this drone and the future of what we can do with it.